There,
Hey, darling.
there we are.
What's happening, sister?
Can you see me?
I can see you. Can you see me?
Uh huh. And we're live.
I got you.
All right, live chat. All right, let me let Monique know.
See, I made sure I had a picture so everybody could see that it's me, just like I look.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we are live on Facebook.
Without the wild hair.
Okay. Where is Monique?
She's got company, so just hold
Well,
on.
she asked where I was.
Oh, tell her we here. We here. Tell her you had to reschedule because you scheduled it for
Hey,
tomorrow.
there's Dwayne, not this DW, not DU.
I
Hey,
know.
Dwayne.
Hey, Dwayne. How you
Welcome.
doing?
Look,
How are you?
I am Dwayne. I am back from. I guess we have to say it different, and um, as Super Dave would probably put it, the hokey pokey. So yes, I had
The
almost
hokey pokey.
a month of being sick. What, 5 days of not being able to talk? Hey,
Uh huh.
Hetty. Good
Hey,
morning. Oh,
Hattie.
good afternoon. It's about to be afternoon.
Love you, girl.
Oh, Hetty, I am on this side of recovery. Whew.
Amen.
I was going to set this up earlier, but I didn't want to get in a hurry. And oh,
Not going.
Dwayne, me and Casey both were positive. My son, hey Jennifer,
Hey, Jennifer. Oh my goodness. I
hey
love you. Happy
honey.
New Year's. Yay, my girl.
So yeah, I was 5 days I couldn't talk, and you would think my family would have been happy, but they weren't. I even did FaceTime with the girls, and you guys don't FaceTime with your friends if you can't talk. Hey,
Hey,
Madonna.
Madonna.
Yeah,
Woohoo.
them girls gave me a hard time. You just don't know. And I couldn't talk. I wanted to see their faces and I couldn't talk. And Liz Ann, don't let Liz Ann smile fool you, you guys. Jennifer, I am so glad that you're here so I can
Me
tell you
too.
my daughter graduates February 4th, a year between, like, I left her in jail 3 months, but she will have completed um, her journey through rehab. And so January 4th, it'll be about a year she has been clean and sober. So um,
Whoops.
I I am excited about her graduation. I do think that it takes longer than a 90-day program. So she look she looks great.
She does.
And when I say
She looks beautiful.
clean and sober, I mean that where she went, they don't believe in antidepressants. They don't believe in any of that. They let her take her vitamins, but they didn't even let her do B12 shots. So that girl has been on absolutely nothing. And, um, that just shows what God can do when He's in it.
Yes, sir.
And for her not to be on any of her antidepressants or anything, she's been clear minded for the first time. We
Hmm.
have Tiffany back. I would say since her surgery, when she had her gastric and started down that road.
No.
But
I'm
anyway,
coming.
it feels good. real good. But anyway, yeah, she will be released. Will graduate on the 4th, and you guys help me keep her in prayer because there's kind of been something that
It has
they're
been a
trying,
year.
yeah, that they're trying to um, start up there where she's at, or somebody that has their own church. They're wanting people to become Christian counselors for people in recovery. So I'm praying about that. Yes, I want her to come home and visit, but even she doesn't feel in her heart that she needs to come back to this area. So you guys, I know you guys will help me continue prayers. Even Casey feels good that he's got his sister back. It feels like it's been a long, long time.
It has been a long, long time.
Um, I was wanting to show people what I got around Christmas time and to do an unboxing, but I will show it now. Out of the blue, I got from Myra a TY baby that's a raccoon. It's let me see what its name is. A beanie baby, and it is Ringo. So it's amazing that this is how big it is. And baby Ash was not even half this size when I started working with her. So
You teeny tiny thing.
she was really tiny. So she thinks this was hers. And I'm like, no,
Who's on Facebook?
I have to put Bailey up. Oh, let me see who that is. All right, let me see. It's not showing. Let me refresh and see. Well, I can't see.
Okay. Maybe they don't want you to see. I don't know.
They
It's me.
said
Oh,
it's me. Laugh at. Oh, is it you, Myra? No,
is that you, Kevin? No, it ain't Kevin. Because, okay, who else would it be?
that's
Doreen.
that's so funny because it is not showing who is on Facebook. See that now that I feel that's sneaky now. No fair Facebook. But yeah, Jennifer, I have a real one. She's as big as my cat now, and she has an attitude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And her cage is on my bed until her bedtime at about 7 o'clock every night. So she jumps around and acts crazy. All right, I'm gonna show you guys my tree. Hey, Josie. Good afternoon. I almost said good morning.
Hey, Josie.
Oh, it was a Darling B.
Hey, darling B.
All right.
I love
Um,
you.
Casey's April got me this. It was before Christmas. I might have showed it, but it's like a little tree, and the ornaments it is a chicken, a tractor, and a barn. And I found these lights. These you can't really see, but
They're
anyway,
stars.
yeah. So I found these, and they were the perfect thing for the tree. I just had them sitting around. But yeah, April got me some stuff.
Good morning, Josie. We were
Oh
good.
yeah, Josie said this morning there.
Yeah, it is.
Oh Josie, it has been rough around the Crawleys household. We've had a lot of sickness. I think it's going to be no, knock on wood. I'm not going to even put
Just
that.
better wait, Miss Press.
But for the past 2 years, 3 years, we've been sick at Christmas time. So it was very rough. but I have never completely lost my voice for almost a week. And it wasn't even sore. It just I woke up one day and just couldn't talk. I think Keelan kind of liked it the first day or so. And
I
the
told
funny
you.
thing,
Kevin had prayed for you to be quiet, and sure enough.
and what's so bad is I would be in the kitchen doing something, and he would call from the bedroom and ask me something, and I'd be in there and I'd cock my head sideways and shake my head, thinking, I can't talk, I can't answer you in there. What makes you think I can answer you from here?
Do
I,
Morse code on the wall.
I fell off my deck, and it was about a 5 foot drop that I hit. Um, Twisted myself up. My leg was on the third step out of six, my left leg, and my shoulders was twisted. It was pretty bad. And there I was laying by myself out there on the ground and couldn't even squeak help. And it took me to make sure that I could move my hands, and my purse was on the second step. So I had to, hey, Anamora,
Hey,
I
Anamora.
I had to very easily scoot
Love
on the
you.
ground and reach up there to get my phone so I could call Casey. And barely, he was in the house. I could barely get out that I fell. He could barely hear me, but so him and Keelan come and got me, and I had a very nasty, nasty bruise. Is that not right, Denise?
Yes, you do. Yeah, you did.
And I say my new boots, hey, 4 Speed. Mwah.
For speed. Hey,
And
sweetheart.
I say that my new boots that were kind of thick, I really believe that's what saved me from breaking my leg. I've never had a bruise that was so thick um, and knotted up, but that's okay. I didn't break
Happy New Year.
anything, and I'm well now, even though I'm not dressed. I have on my big blue, I have on my PJs, but Denise and them can tell you it has been, I have really struggled.
Yeah, she's been very sick.
Yes. So now I know what the hokey pokey. That's what forced. I forget forced. I forget what it. I think it's a hokey pokey. Is what
Yeah, that's one
Super
of them.
Dave calls it.
That's one of them.
So yes, I got the hokey pokey, but I still ended up catching it. But um, I guess it could have been worse. And if it had have been worse, I'm sure I would have been in the hospital. I woke up in the middle of the night one night with my temperature 103, and the whole next day taking Tylenol and ibuprofen back and forth, it would drop down to 100 and then go back up. So for a few days, I did rock the temperature, did rock the fever like that a few days. And just when I think it was over, well, I would have another low grade fever. But like I said, I'm on this side of it. Casey's got still has a sinus infection from it, but he was able to go back to work. Um, but anyway, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see Anna Mora and Hetty and Jennifer and Madonna and Dwayne,
Yes.
all of you guys. At least at this time of the day, I get to see some of you that I haven't got to see.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but God's been good. Tracy, her son and grandson, was sick, and they got through theirs.
Yeah,
And
that's toast buggy, too.
and Denise got sick again, and she come over through her. So
Yeah,
it just
wasn't as bad as the first time. Thank you, Jesus.
no, it just seems like it's been a year since I've been on. But look, I said 2022 was going to be better, you guys. And I woke up, it was like the first business day of 2022. I was checking I was checking all of my bill stuff and I'm like, "What? My checking one of my checking accounts was in the hole." I'm like, so I'm starting the year off with the messed up bank account and sick. But that's okay. I'm here today. Ben, just a few more weeks. Tiffany graduates February 4th.
Hey, Ben.
And so we're praying
Woo-wee.
about it. Um, we're praying about it. We don't know if God's going to use her up there where she's at, or I know she wants to come home for a visit, but oh, and I got so much to do. I got sick, and I just the stuff to my left, it's just bad. But I told Casey, I said, I'm gonna get a box, a big box, and just start putting stuff in, clothes that I don't want, anything, and we could take it somewhere and donate it. I'm just over all of this stuff in here, and I got to have a place for her to have a bed. So me and her will be sharing this room, and I want it to be to where she don't feel like she's doesn't have a space. Because
Yeah.
like I told her, no matter where she settles or no matter what she decides to do, um, this will always be her home,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like it was always mine and always Kevin's.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, I said, don't matter where life takes you, this will always be your safety. So anyway,
Oh, yeah.
you guys help us pray, and because I know there's a lot of good that she can do for people out there that have gone through or is going through the same thing now.
Yes.
Um, she got a raise, I guess, or a promotion
Promotion.
into the food part over the food distribution, but she said that tried her last nerve.
And
And
then
then she got promoted. They made her a position, and it's not usually somebody gets it with how long she'd been there, but she's like an intake person. So she's got two girls under her, two or three now under her. So I told her, you get to be, you get to shine perspective for these.
she gets to be a mentor for those.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows what they're going through because she's
Yep.
been there, done that.
Yep. And I told her, I said, so, days that you're having a bad day, because Tiffany's facial expressions are different than mine. Uh, Tiffany's facial expressions most of the time is unapproachable. She's just, she says she prays about her face. It's just her face. And there's a guy that is over them. She said he's got the same face. So they can laugh about it. But I told her, days that you're having a bad day, I said, explain to the girls. I just want to let you know I'm having a bad day today. It has nothing to do with you guys. It's just something I'm going through today. I said, let them know. And she said, Mama, you're right. I said, yeah, let them know that it's not something they did. Um, I don't know about how everybody else parents, but I'm sure Denise is so much like me.
Mm-hmm.
I would stop and let my kids know if I was snappy or, I would stop and then call them to me when they were real little and say, Mommy's upset today. I'm hurting or I would whatever it was. Oh, Terry, good morning or good
Hey,
afternoon, Terry.
hey, Terry.
Yes, Ben. Yes, she does. She does. And me, I have um, the more happy face.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and
Most of the time.
sometimes that can work opposite, because some people I used to work with took my
Yeah.
happy composure as um, that I was, Casey said, a doormat, or that, I was not a force to be reckoned with. And they got kind of surprised sometimes that I am happy go lucky, but there's still a little bit of bite to me. But yes, I would tell the kids, I would explain to them because of how I was raised. We were all, a lot of us older people was raised about the same. Parents didn't explain nothing.
Mm-mm.
You were, what was the phrase? You were not to be seen or heard.
Yeah. Kids are, yeah.
I forget the phrase now.
Um,
And I was
oh,
kind of
Lord.
that way. I had to be that way with Brandy, because she was like out in the open about things and should wait until there would be grown-ups there. Oh, kids were seen but not heard.
Yeah.
And oh, hey, Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda.
So growing up, I didn't even want to be seen. I didn't want, I would try to hide, to tell you the truth. But, then we started our generation raising our kids to hear what they had to say. Um, and that kind of backfired a little bit because
Birdie.
they would, some would wait until there were grown-ups, and I would have to intercede and send Brandy away, or Casey didn't want nobody around. Yeah, Josie says she used to be quiet too. Yeah. Um, Casey, if it was just me and him at the house and somebody come to visit me, I won't lie, he would be terrible. And after they would leave, I would say, "Why? Why, Bubba? Why you gotta be so bad when somebody's at the house?" And he said, "Because I don't like people." 3 years old, my child said, "I don't like people's mommy. Just me and you. Just me and you." And so he's still that way, kind of. He'll tell you. Uh, Terry's
Oh,
hours
bless
have
your
been
heart.
cut. I would get into mischief, and I was just, to look at me, I guess you couldn't tell I could be mischievous. Yeah, mischievous. But I don't know. Some of you already know that I'm still. With Denise, where did Denise go? The device not connected. All right, Denise. All right, Denise will be back. But yeah, I can still get into being silly, or sometimes get caught up in being silly and say things that I shouldn't have said, or but for the most part, I tried to. Well, see, there were six of us kids, so Denise. I mean, Darlene said she wished somebody cut her hours. But me and my little brother, if he and I weren't fighting, we were, running the neighborhood, and because he was 2 years younger, so, and if if he was running the neighborhood, I'd have to go look for him. So I did. I had ways of getting out of the house and try to um, be not seen. My poor sister, she had to, she pretty much had to help take care of the rest of us. So she had her hands full until she moved out at 17, 16 or 17. Oh, Darlene says she is in full blown kidding season. Well, my morning starts, my morning always starts about 5:30 or 6. And that means it's time to get the cage down, the huge cage, put it on my bed. Oh, fix the ammo boxes around them so Ash can't pull our blankets into the cage with her. So I am steady on baby duty, keeping everything in her cage cleaned up. Oh, Darlene has 16 baby goats. Oh. And see, I'm steady cleaning up after Ash because, she eats and then she does her business in one side of the cage and then I clean that up and she's good to go. But um, I still have to make sure I keep things cleaned up. And, when you have a baby the size of a cat and they have claws and then they're spoiled and they don't know that they're an animal, it's kind of tricky sometimes, you know, me trying to hold her and her wanting to get down and then Bailey wanting to get her. And there's like a whole lot going on at one time. And, you know, that if they have claws, I have all the little places on my arm to where if I don't have on sleeves, she can't help it.
Sorry about
Hey,
that.
little thunder. Good morning.
Hey, little
Well, good,
Thunder.
good evening or good early morning. Where that
I
is
love
Josh.
you very
That,
much.
that is Sonia's young. That's her oldest daughter.
Hey, does Sonia have her earplug in?
Does Sonia have her earbuds
Buddy.
in? Oh, darling, that is good. That is good.
Woohoo, Darlene B.
Dar-
Bless it.
Darling, I am ready. I start about 6 o'clock telling Ash, I will be so glad when it's your bedtime. Because I'll be tired. Denise knows.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, she's in the cage and she's jumping and running and playing in it, but I'm also interacting.
Yeah, because if she don't, she gets told about it.
Yes. I
Big
walk out,
time.
yeah, if I walk out the room, she starts crying and pitching a fit. And um, Terry, Sonia has been going through it. She had what they call dry pneumonia, and which is what, from what I understand, a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder to drain what's in the lung if it keeps, clogging up. And so, continue prayers for Sonia. God can
Yes.
heal. God is a God of healing.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I feel like, I think the worst, but I don't know why I would limit God's ability because she could walk right out of that hospital.
Yes, she could. She could do it today.
Well, Madonna, oh, Ben.
Sonia,
Oh,
it's Denise. I just want you to know I love you, baby. I love you with all my heart. And I miss you so much. You just hang in there, girl, 'cause we're fighting with you. Spiritually, we there with you, sweetheart. Holding your hand. Just helping you through everything that you need to get through. So you just hang in there, sweetie. I love you, love you, love you.
I love you more, Sonia. I loved you first.
You don't love her more. I love you the most, Sonya.
I love you, Tanya. And we're just ready for you to get your tail up out of bed and come on back. I miss you being up here with me. And
Mm-hmm.
Terry said we all love you and miss you. So
Amen.
so everybody's sending out love.
I need you, tail.
Yep. Um,
I want that smile.
Ben said it's negative 14. And so the wind chill's got it down to 24 below. Whew. Yes, Ben said, and everyone say amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Hey, Tony.
Oh,
What's up?
Grayscale says, hello there, Sonia. Missed you, Caterpillar. Yes, because she'd always have on her hoodie, so he'd call her Caterpillar.
Yep.
So, yes, we miss you. And Madonna, yes, we like to spoil our furry babies, and then they get on our nerves. So it's like, oh, I'll be so tired at night. But I'm the only one that gets Ash out.
She
And
rotten.
yeah, but sometimes I'll lean in there to clean out the cage or do something, and she gets loose and she runs up my head. And once her claws are in my hair and in my head, I pretty much have to pull her out of my hair. Um, that's something that anybody would be hard to imagine. It looks like a cartoon. When you see the cartoon of a squirrel or something jumping on somebody and going around and around their head,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot funnier than when it's happening to you. So, mm, this morning it was 28 degrees here, and it rained last night. Well, stormed, and it was cold and wet and damp.
And it's still cold and wet and damp.
And my husband told me, he said, we've got a homeless person sleeping behind us. I'm like, are you serious? So we cut the kitchen light out, and there was a huge fire going. And the person is, you guys know the old kind of the metal awnings that people got for their vehicles back forever ago. You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking, don't you, Denise?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be like aluminum built. Well, it's kinda on the ground. The back door neighbors is they had one and it kind of fell, so it was half on the ground, and so undoubtedly somebody's sleeping up under there. And they had a fire going this morning. So, we have a lot of I say the midnight traffic going in and out of our yard. So, when I saw that, I have the compassion because it wasn't that long. That was my daughter sleeping anywhere. Um,
Under steps and everything else.
yeah. So, like I told Denise, I have the compassionate side that I think more so now than I used to.
Oh, yeah.
But I also have the part that is the weary side, the side that, um, Casey's in the front of the house when Kevin leaves in the morning. Um, we're in the back of the house. So, I'm just kind of glad that Bailey hears things that we can't. Oh, Grayscale's waving at you, Denise.
I love you.
I know. I know, Darlene. I've watched a lot of some documentaries here lately, and it's
Bye,
everywhere.
Terry.
All right, Terry, I love you. Terry, you're one that helped me to make sure that I made the effort to get in here today. I set it up for PM, 11:40 PM again, so I had to. But yes, there's so many homeless now, and it breaks my heart. It really does. And at the same time, um,
You don't want
cars.
one in your backyard.
Hey, Michelle,
Hey, Michelle.
because
Woohoo.
you know the they'll break
Love you,
in to
Michelle.
get what they need, and you know, I we had somebody last night knocking on the door. It was a friend of Casey's son that ran his car in the ditch. He was just a kid. But we don't like hearing late somebody knocking on our back door. And Bailey heard it. We didn't hear it to start with. But you have to be careful because we have home invasions around this area. And, you have to be careful.
You're getting a little raspy there, girl.
Yep. I feel sinus. But but yes, you guys, God will take you down a peg or two, as they say in the South.
In a minute.
And if I have learned anything, even though my brother-in-law, Kevin's younger brother, went through a lot of stuff too, but he always had a place to live. Um, and he was the one that would take in people, and they would use his house for the things that he was doing. I'll put it that way. But that wasn't up under me. That was my brother in law. I saw mom all hurt about it, and it hurt me for her, but I still loved him. But when you can separate yourself, um, you see things different until it hits you, until it's your own child. I'll put it that way. You can't understand things until it's right in your face. So when I go up and down the road and I see people walking my streets, instead of I've always threw up my hand, but instead of being aggravated, I pray for them. I say, God, that's somebody's son, or that's somebody's daddy, or, you know, um, his family might not even know where he is, or her family might not.
True.
So it really put judging others in perspective. Yes, Australia. Um, I watched one about the homeless in America. And when they give the numbers, statistics of the homeless that is in the United States, it is it is just unfathomable. It's um, I watched one on Hawaii. It is really, really bad in Hawaii too. And you guys know Hawaii is not really big. There's just different islands, but there's a lot of poor people that live in Hawaii. They can't afford housing.
Mm-mm.
But there are people that are trying to build homeless communities to where it might not be great, but it is actual.
Shelter over their heads.
Yes, but even that takes a lot of money. Um,
A place to wash off.
mhm. I watched a makeover show the other day where these guys would somebody gets the guys to come to where they're at and
Yeah.
make over somebody and help them.
Hmm.
And one of the guys needed help so he could. Hey, Jules.
Hey, Jules.
Hey, my love.
How you
See, coming
doing?
on this time of the day helps me see people I haven't seen in a long time. Allie,
Jules.
see, I
Very
can't even
true.
say my animals' names. Callie, you are too fat to be walking on those boxes. I'm not trying to fat shame her, you guys, but she's fat. Maw's kitten ended up blowing up to this big. No joke. Denise is
She's
not
big. She's
that big.
big. She's big.
But anyway, this guy had to try to raise money. And he had to raise money as up in the millions of dollars to help fund this program. And they helped him, cut his hair, helped him with his clothes and stuff like that. So I like watching stuff like that. I like watching good stuff. I don't get into politics on YouTube. I don't, even stuff that they're trying to be funny talking about politics. I quit watching that because there's enough bad stuff. So
Amen.
I just try to watch uplifting things.
I just watch the weather if I'm gonna watch any news. I don't even watch the news.
I
From
don't
my
either.
pink photo, I wonder who that is.
Hey, Bruce, I'll blow you kisses too. I'm
Hey,
throwing out the
sweet.
love.
Been
The
a
other
while.
day, I got my laptop. Well, I was on my phone and I saw Grayscale went live, and then so I had up on the big screen, the
So you had
60
Tony and
60
Bruce.
inch screen. I had YouTube up, so
Hey,
yeah, Tony.
Bruce.
Tony, you were like way up on my wall.
Love you, sweetness.
And then I had my phone, and then I had my
Bruce.
laptop typing in. Well, I am up in vertical, Bruce. Right about what after Thanksgiving, we started getting sick around here.
Yeah,
And today is my best day yet.
I got sick before Thanksgiving, and you got sick right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Casey and Kevin got it first, and the congestion stuff is still there.
Will
But
you
hey,
stop? Get off. Get off.
but
Get
I'm
off.
telling you guys, I didn't get the congestion in my chest. I
No,
guess
you
I
ain't
was
getting on my
taking
head either.
Sudafed and Mucinex, but the ear,
Look,
the whole
lay down.
right side of my face, it hurt so bad. And then I went 5 days without being able to talk.
Literally. You ought to seen her trying to communicate with us.
Yes.
So we have to learn sign
Well,
language. Okay.
it's the same here, Joss. It's the same here. And that's why when you see somebody, especially this morning, after that rain and the cold and knowing that somebody was back there having to sleep on the ground, I don't know why they didn't let him in the house, but I think the house has got a bunch of people in it.
Too
And
many people.
then there's a barn up here right above my house, like above
Oh,
our upper
yuck.
lot. And it's almost fell in. Well, there's like 3 or 4 homeless people sleeping in it. And there's no electricity, no nothing.
Little
Hey
thunder.
Destiny, good afternoon.
Hey, Stephanie.
Ben, you know,
Destiny.
how are they, oh, all the major cities in the United States, it's real bad.
Yep.
But around here, they're trying to tear down like houses. If the people that own them can't keep them up, what they're doing in our area is they try to um, what do you call it? Before you tear it down, condemn them.
Condemn.
Hey, Tommy, good afternoon.
Hey,
So yeah,
Tommy.
they go through here and they really try to condemn the properties and then tear them down, and that keeps the houses from catching on fire from people making stuff.
Yeah.
And I have to, pick. You have to watch how you phrase things, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And
Oh, yeah.
so, you know,
All right, sweet cheeks.
I was thinking this morning I supposed to got up real early and went to the bank, and just knowing somebody was could see me by myself going to my car, it spooked me because we live on a dead end street down here.
Uh-huh.
And there's nothing but woods, and it's reality now of how bad our area is with the homeless and the people stealing from other people.
If y'all hear strange noise, my dog is over here snoring.
Uh-huh, that was you.
Nuh-uh, she over there because she sounds like...
Um, well, Destiny, when April, her daughter had to go to the hospital, and they live in a pretty, it's between here and Atlanta, so it's pretty big area. And it's actually the one of the hospitals that Mama passed away in. So it's a real big hospital. And they had to have the National Guard out at the emergency rooms to keep people from coming in. So it is bad. Yeah, Ben. Um,
I was lucky to... Well, when I had to go to the hospital both times, I was extremely lucky in between the having a bad outbreak and hardly nothing. So I did the hardly nothing. And the day I left, the second time, they were bringing in patients with the hokey pokey.
yes, but there's other stuff going around too. The flu,
Oh,
um,
yeah, big
upper
time.
respiratory, whatever. There's nothing they could give you for it. I mean, Casey's, because
Yeah.
his turned into infection, they could treat the infection, but not the not anything viral. There's really nothing. And I told Kevin, I said, well, I'm not going back to a hospital.
The
I
last time
said,
I was in, I had double pneumonia.
I did.
I'm like, how the heck?
Well, I was afraid of that because I couldn't breathe, so I just kept doing my inhaler, and
There you go.
taking Mucinex and taking the other.
I'm like, y'all lost your minds.
Oh, she's doing a zip line.
Go ahead, girl. I'd be
Um,
right there.
heck, my sister-in-law last year,
I'd
she
be
just
zipping all over the
she
place.
turned 50 and went wild. No, I can say that, but kidding. She actually jumped out of a plane.
Yes, she
I was
did.
like, what in the world?
Whoop, whoop.
Uh-oh. I'll let you talk while let me.
Oh, Lordy. She don't want me to talk. Oh, she got a phone call. We have all kind of crap going on all over the place. Oh, I wanted to, but I never got the chance to. Well, I had a chance to, but I started dating my late husband, and That was it. Put a quietus on that one.
But
But
but yeah, she is living life. Her son, he married, and that's the only one she had, and she's not married now, so she's living her life. Once Mama passed, I think she wanted to grab what life she has, grab it by the horns, and living every moment. Um, in fact, there was a couple of times that she called me and got me and Casey to ride with her to go get Starbucks, which is very good. The day I fell off the porch, I rode with her that day.
uh-huh.
Um, and that's how I said, well, if I'm able to walk, I'll know that my leg's not broke. Oh, see, she jumped out with her son.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, I
Keegan
would
won't
love
even
it.
get in a plane.
I'd probably still do it. Oh, I'd get in one. I love flying. Oh man, that's my all-time favorite.
But
I love to be up in the air.
it was funny because I couldn't talk the day me and her I went to Opelika. When I fell, all I could do was squeak. I sound like a broken squeaky toy. And I told her, I said, "Oh yeah, you'd want me ride with you when I can't talk." But I enjoyed it.
She's like, woohoo!
Um,
That's the kind of jokes we've been
I,
playing
I'm glad.
early.
I'm glad that I asked her that one day. She took me and Casey. I said, "Well, how did we get so lucky today?" She said, "Because if I drive, I get sleepy." I said, "Oh, gee, I thought you wanted us to for our
Company.
yeah for company. You just want us to keep you awake." But no, it feels good to get to spend some time with my sister-in-law.
Karen loves you. Okay, see you, Keegan.
And me and her went through something with
Yep.
Mama.
That
That
has connected y'all forever.
yeah.
Hey,
That,
Willow.
hey Willow,
Out there lurking.
I get motion sickness, and so
Lord, don't go on no cruise. You'll be sick for sure.
well, in an airplane, I get very nauseated. I have to put a water bottle um, up under my neck or behind my neck, you know, a cold bottle. But
In a bucket.
but no, I just don't know if I could ever jump out of one out of a
Well, I
plane.
could.
I don't know. I can't say no, but look, I got enough messed up. I do good to walk out on my back porch without falling off the porch.
Well,
Years
I
ago,
don't care. I'd still do it.
years ago, I fell off the side because Kevin didn't have railings up. I fell to the left and bounced. Well, this time he doesn't have a railing on the right side. So this time I went off on the right side. I can't look. Oh, hey there, Geezer Creek, my kin doll. So this time I bounced on the right side, but this time I didn't bounce. When I hit hard. Um,
Hey, my Kent. I love you, baby.
my husband just told me that he's leaving some stuff on the front porch. He's bringing me some milk. I'm going to fix some chicken and
Chicken
dumplings.
and dumplings and some pot pies.
I remember Bruce being on the free fall at Six Flags. The this ride, it
Uh-huh.
took you like an elevator straight up, and then it pushed you out, and it just free fall, just drop. It was always great. It was fun doing that, but there was always that that excitement of knowing you was about to drop. Oh, bungee jumped. I know that's like jumping off a bridge with a rubber band. At least if you jump out of a plane, somebody is with you that knows what they're doing, hopefully. Unless they double booked and it's like both of you can be strapped to each other and get down the best way you can. But yeah, cooking, I cooked Christmas the day after Christmas, and it was just me and Kevin, Casey, April. Oh well, April, yeah, April would come come by.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it felt a little bit better. And but it was still, this this holiday was hard, and I know Denise understands what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Mama left a huge void, and then my nephew and his wife, Karen's son, they did one different, and I'm used to being around them. And then Casey went to April's, and I pointed to the tree she got me. Casey went to April's. That's a tree I can use anytime. He went to April, so me and Kevin was home alone. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. That's the first time we've been home alone, and it just felt funny. I won't lie.
Yeah.
But the highlight was going online on Facebook and finding the place that Tiffany's at and getting to see their Christmas play because they put a lot of pictures out there. And then I always copy and edit and then send the pictures to Denise and them. So she looked good, didn't she, Denise?
Uh-huh. She's beautiful. She looks so good.
Oh, so Destiny's getting into yeah. Well, that's good, Destiny. No, we couldn't look. Home Alone. The only way to watch it if we would have paid for it. I'm like, are you serious? Netflix, Hulu, all of those channels that are paid for, and not one of them could we watch Home Alone for free. I remember, Bruce, the first time that I left. Now, Kevin drove a truck, so I would be home with the kids for a whole week at a time. But I've always been the one to be home. And the first time that I told the place I worked that yes, I would go with the group to New York, well, to New Jersey, um, to help train people doing what we did. Yeah, I told him yes, I'd go before I called Kevin. And then I called Kevin from work and said, "Oh, I'm going to go with the crew from work to New Jersey."
They
So
just stayed in the bed and watched TV.
that was the first time. Yeah, we
Willows.
just watched TV. Oh, no. I was sick, Willow. I was so
She
sick.
was.
There wasn't no antics, none at all. But no, that was the first time I ever left the house and Mama wasn't home.
Uh-huh.
Her day of birth. Being in Vermont, Bruce is having to do a birthday by himself.
Oh.
So, when's your birthday, Bruce? Was it today?
Yesterday.
Michelle, love and kisses. Thank you. Thank you.
Love you, Michelle.
So,
See
see,
you
Dwayne's
later.
got a birthday coming up too. So, Bruce, what day is yours on?
Yesterday.
It was yesterday,
The
the
night.
ninth.
Same as Alvin's. Hey, Rosie.
Hey, Rosie. Hey, Crystal.
I know it's Crystal. I just always say, hey, Rosie.
He's boycotting until next year. But look, Casey, that that's the first plane ride I have ever been on, um, except from when I was 2 and don't remember that. But Casey done call me. He was in high school. He done call me and begging me not to get on the plane. He done got to crying. Mama, something bad's going to happen. How you think that made me feel? I felt like Final Destination. He's begging, please, Mama, please, God, don't get on that plane, please. And I'm like, Casey, don't do this. We're getting on the plane now. Don't do this to me. So I get on the plane. I'm already freaked out. I put on the headset, and You Are My Sunshine is what I hear. And my uncle used to sing that to me. And when he passed away and I was cutting his hair, getting him ready in the funeral home, and I was doing his hair, I sung it to him. I felt like, oh my gosh, this is Final Destination. But anyway, yeah, that's how much I was scared to get on the plane and then couldn't wait to get home. I was glad to get on the plane to get home. But yeah.
All right, darling. I need to get off, baby.
Yes, you guys, it's been an hour. I did an hour today.
Yes,
Did
you
an hour.
did. Yeah,
And
I just don't want her to go backwards. That's all.
no. And I am. I'm getting stuffy. I need to take some medicine. I gotta go
Mm-hmm.
pick up Casey's medicine from the oh, I hate going Kroger, but I have to. Ben, oh, Ben, okay, he's gonna be that person. All right, you guys. I love you guys,
Love
and
you too, guys.
thank you guys for dropping in. It's really made my day. It
Oh,
really
yeah.
has.
All these we haven't seen in forever. It's so good to see you.
And to know that that
Thank you,
had
Ben.
Sonia at least had an earbud in her ear.
Yes, she did. Love you, Sonia. Love you, little thunder. Always.
Okay, Destiny, what time? Send me and let me know what time. Because even if I'm in bed, I got a laptop now that I could use. All right, you guys, I love you. Praying that I can be here tomorrow. Not this late, probably, but probably around. I like about 10:30
Love
now.
you, Kent.
Love you, Kent. Mwah. Love and
I know
hugs.
you know I love you.
Joss, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Amen.
And until tomorrow, you guys.
Bye, baby.